everybody. I'm with Amanda. This is Todd Jordan.
L'chaim Dinas.
L'chaim families. We've got a sleeping Vincent here. And Todd Jordan, can you talk to me about what's been going on lately?
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about the guanet, the salmon, and the fishing at Willamette Falls. And that's because last week I heard really good news that some of our people went down to Tumwata, to Willamette Falls, and did our salmon ceremony.
Nice.
So I was really happy to hear. It was just a small group of people, and they did it really carefully with masks on and social distanced, but they were able to go and take care of the salmon at the Willamette Falls, which made me feel really good to hear that work was happening.
How were they taking care of the salmon?
Well, we have a way that our ancestors taught us to take care of the fish, and in that way, they have blue herons that are carved out of wood, and the blue herons are put out at the falls to watch for the first fish. And when that first fish comes, that's when the salmon are running up towards the falls or swimming really hard. And we take a fish from the falls, they go fishing, and then we take care of that fish in the way that our ancestors taught us, and we eat it, and we sing songs, and we say some prayers, and then we put those bones back into the water so those bones can swim back and tell all the fish that we're still here, that the people are still here, and that we're taking care of them in a good way, just like we were taught, and so that the salmon will always want to come back stronger the next year. So that's how we take care of our guanet.
That's really beautiful. I remember going to the first fish ceremony at the Willamette Falls, and we've had a really good time as a family there.
It's always been a really good time, and once we do that ceremony, that's when we're allowed to start fishing. So that's when our people can go out there, and we have some people from our tribe, some of your dads and uncles, that actually go out there with big old dip nets, and they get to stand off on a platform just like our ancestors did and dip net for salmon. So that's the ceremony that we do to start that whole thing so people can start fishing.
Nice. That's awesome. Well, I did bring a friend with us today. And Todd Jordan, did you bring your drum?
This is going to sound a little weird, but I don't have my drum with me right now.
You don't have your drum? Why?
I don't have it because Vincent's been sleeping.
That's true.
And we're taking care of him.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't bring my drum because I'm going to sing a lullaby song to actually wake up our friend, but hopefully keep Vincent still asleep.
Let's see if our lullaby song is able to wake up our friend.
All right, let's see. Dumala, 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 mEkmEk slush, dewey, dewey, dumala, 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 mEkmEk slush, dewey, dewey, dumala, 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 mEkmEk slush, dewey, dewey.
L'chaim, Todd Jordan.
L'chaim, it's hut.
Yeah, Naganim, it's hut.
It's hut.
I wasn't really napped. Oh, L'chaim.
I realize now I should
Little
have sang
Vincent?
a different lullaby. I sang Dumala, but I should have sang All the Ma'ushush. So now they both got up because I didn't sing the right lullaby. I didn't sing the right song. That's what happens when you don't sing the right song.
Maybe you'll fall back asleep.
That's okay. So how you doing? It's hut. It's good to see you.
I'm doing good. I wasn't really sleeping. I was just laying in the basket, and that's why I woke up.
Oh, okay. Well, what were you doing just laying around?
I was just resting. I've been, watching the salmon run.
Oh, yeah. Same here.
Fishing out in the river.
Oh, so how do you fish? Because we were just talking about fishing and how we do it. We have our ways of doing it as people. How do you do it?
Well, I stand in the river like this, on my legs and arms, and I just catch the fish and I just eat them right there, right then and there.
That's it.
Fill up my tummy.
You don't have any tools or any kind of fishing?
Well, I have these. See my bear claws?
Whoa, black bear's got some really big claws. They're almost like fish hooks in a way, I guess.
Well, what's a fish hook?
Well, that's what we use. We use hooks made out of bone. Our ancestors carved hooks out of bone, and we use big spears. And so that's kind of like your
Kind of like my claws.
And then we also have
My
other
teeth.
things that we use too. Your teeth too.
Yeah.
We also have some other tools I can show you if you want to see.
Yeah, show me.
We have an example here of a fish net. I was just telling the
What's this
kids
made out of?
that this fish net right here was made by Chris Rimple and Greg Archuleta. And this is a willow stick that's been bent around in a circle. And then they wove this net out of, I believe that's dog bane. Could be nettles too. It looks similar. But then they wove this net and they tied it onto the pole, and they wove it all together with bark. That's the bark right there wrapped around it. So this is the big dip net I was just telling the kids about. We dip it into the water and catch fish like that.
Wow, that would be really useful.
Yeah, but you don't need that.
I don't need it.
You're a really good fisherman.
Vincent.
Vincent.
What's
I
that?
also have another thing. This is a fishing basket, and it's just an example to show you. But we'll put these in the creeks to catch other kinds of fish too, like trout.
Oh.
And we put these in the mouth of the creek, and it's a little basket trap. So it has a hole in the front of it. So you put it.
They go in this way?
They go in this way, so you want to put it like this, so when they swim up, they'll go through this little hole, and when they swim through there, they get in, but they can't get out. So then when you leave this out overnight, you come back the next day, if you're lucky, there's fish sitting in the basket waiting for you. You just pull it out of the creek again.
Well,
that's just one other way.
That is cool. It's nice that you have some tools that work for you.
Yeah.
I have these tools that work for me.
And you said you just eat the fish, just raw, just right out of the water?
Oh, yeah. They taste great like that. Can you eat it like that?
Well, we don't normally eat it like that. No, we normally actually do a lot of work to cook the fish. And we have a lot of different ways of doing that.
Like how?
Well, one of the main ways is we cook it over fire. And we just cook it for a while and then we just eat it. And then another way is to use smoke. If we want to eat it way later and we don't want to eat it right then, we want to save it, we'll smoke it and we'll dry it out. So it's almost kind of like jerky. And then we'll eat it later. And it tastes really good. It tastes totally different that way.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I just eat more fish if I need more later.
Just keep on eating.
I just keep fishing.
As much as you can get.
Yeah.
Well, you're a really big guy.
Yeah.
So, you got to eat a lot of food. So it's really good. You can just walk to the river and just eat it right there. Eat as much as you can.
Well, that's where I live. Yep. What's this book?
Oh, I have a book here that's actually about one of our Dinas that is named Jack. And this is a really fun time when we went out and Jack showed us around the tribe here in Grand Ronde, and he took us to all the different places that you can find salmon just around the tribe and in the buildings and different places here at Grand Ronde. Did you like to see the story about Jack showing us salmon?
Yes.
All right, let's read it.
Jack shows us the salmon of Grand Ronde. Jack, Isaac, and Star are looking for salmon all around Grand Ronde. Jack finds salmon drying at the museum. This is one way the Grand Ronde people make salmon ready to eat. They dry the salmon so they can keep it all winter long. Jack sees a fishing platform. The family finds a woven fish trap. Jack and his family go to the clinic. Jack finds lots of salmon swimming in the sky. The boys find salmon swimming on the floor too. The family walks from the clinic to the governance center. Jack thinks there are more salmon there. He found something else that is awesome. This carved post that is just like a salmon packer for making pounded salmon. The next day, Jack goes to the fish weir at the river. Uncle Matt says, "It's a tough journey for the salmon, but they get to see a lot in their lives, and they always know how to come back to the place where they were born. They come to lay their eggs, to feed the people and nourish the land." Jack gets to taste salmon with his dad. Jack looks at the fish weir that counts all the salmon in Agency Creek. Jack has been busy counting the salmon too. Thanks, Jack, for showing us the salmon in Grand Ronde. The end.
Wow, Todd Jordan, your Grand Ronde people have so much salmon art all over the tribe and so many fishing tools.
Yeah, it's because that's how important salmon is to us. It's so important that we make art about salmon, we tell stories about salmon, and we do our salmon ceremony to take care of the salmon, to show how much we care about the salmon people, because there's so much that is tied up with the salmon. It's a healthy food for our people, makes us really strong.
It's healthy for bears too.
Yeah, it's healthy for bears. There's a lot of activities that we do, like the ceremony gets us all together, and when we go fishing, it's another way that we get together and celebrate and do things. We make fishing tools, we weave baskets. These are all things that we do together, and so the salmon brings us together as a people, and it reminds us of where we come from, and it helps us to honor our ancestors and all the people from Grand Ronde that came before us.
Wow, that's beautiful. So when you're taking care of the salmon, you're really taking care of each other too. Yeah,
the salmon helps us to remember too that we have to take care of each other. Just like we were trying to take care of Vinny when we didn't get the drum out, and we've been trying to help him take a nap.
Yep.
We're caring for our little Danas right here, our Danus Danas.
Mm-hmm. Well, I need to take care of my hungry tummy.
Well, the fish are running now, and we did our ceremony, and so it's time to go fish, so good luck out there. I'm sure you don't need it, but thank you. All right.
Maybe I'll see you out there.
Okay, Oski.
Okay,
Oski, it's good.
Wow, well that was fun.
Yeah, it was a really good visit from Black Bear.
It's hooked. Yeah. We have some salmon ourselves to be cooking. We've got a project going in our backyard. So we're going to go and show you some footage of what we've been working on outside.
So I'm going to be cooking some salmon today outside in a traditional style that I was taught. And I'm just getting a fire going now, and I got to get a nice bed of hot coals. So I'm getting that ready, and then I'm going to get my fish ready to cook after that. I'll just take my knife carefully. I'll just start scraping off that layer. Make sure that anything that might be on there, I'm just going to scrape it off. Got them all cleaned out, scraped them. Now I'm just setting out the salmon into the sticks. Now
Now it's ready to go over to the fire. So I'll just watch it really carefully. And like I said, I learned this method from watching my cousins and my uncles and different people doing this. And it's amazing what you can learn when you just watch really closely and you see it over and over again. Every time I see it, I always run over and I want to see how they do it. So that's where I learned the way I'm doing it here, and it's kind of the way we do it at our salmon ceremony. It's pretty much the same way. I'm gonna go get some more firewood, and now I'm gonna add some other kinds of wood that'll smoke more. I want to get as much smoke as I can onto the fish because it'll help flavor it, make it taste better.
Hi, my name is Ida, and we're talking about salmon, but I have something else to show you that's really cool. So, over here, you gotta watch out that because there's a lot of living creatures right here. So, if you look around, you see these. Those are slugs. And they could be banana slugs. And then, so that's a baby one. And I can show you, look, this is an order. You see those little orange things? Those are baby slugs. And that's a like kind of grown, but also a baby slug. And over here, there's more, but kind of grown more. So, it's right there, but the real big one, it's moving right now, so come see it. That's the real big one, a banana slug. You can see the slime right now. You see that? Right there, at the end of him? That's slime. And that's all.
Salmon's been cooking for about 2 hours now. Done. Let's check it out. That's what you want. You want it to separate like that. It looks done to me. I'm going to taste it. You sit cooking it for 2 hours. Makes you pretty hungry. It looks really good for about an hour. It looks like it's ready to eat, but it's tricking me. It's not. If you haven't had salmon cooked over a fire, you haven't really tasted salmon yet. It's really good.
Vinny wants some salmon. Push mEkmEk, Vincent. I think he likes it.
It's been really awesome to know that the salmon ceremony happened, even though it was kind of, sad that we didn't all get to go and be there to see it, and that I didn't get to go. I always like to go to the salmon ceremony, but I'm really happy that people did take care of it in a safe way, and that we're taking care of ourselves by staying at home, and that we were able to honor the salmon and do our own family salmon ceremony here, and that everybody can do that in their own way, and that it's important for us to acknowledge the salmon in whatever way that we can from our houses.
And it's a good time just for us to even be thinking about the ways that we're taking care of the salmon is a good reminder of just taking care of each other too, and what we can do to be kind to one another, to take care of one another, even if it's little things, just the people in my house, or, safe ways to take care of our family that doesn't live here. For example, I know that Isla's grandparents, they help take care of her by giving her a phone call, and they'll read her books over the video chat, and that helps. That's one way that, I'm watching them take care of her, and it helps me think of how I can better take care of my family and my friends, even if I'm staying safe and staying home.
Yeah, that really makes Isla happy to hear from her grandparents. It makes a big difference in her life.
Yep. So everyone, we hope you stay home. We hope you stay safe, and that you're taking good care of yourself and each other. And we miss you all, and we will see you next week.
Aski wacht.
Aki.